Yo, what is up? Someone asked the other day about like why I use StarParse in PvP. Like, it seems weird. It's usually just like a rating operations tool, but it's actually really useful for PvP. So, all you do to like get it going is you just turn it on. You just click parse, and then you do like war zones or whatever. You don't have to like stop in between either, so that's convenient. And then at the end of it, you just look at it, I guess, and there are a bunch of cool tools that help you with GCD optimization. The first thing, oh yeah, make sure you have like the per second chart that you're doing, and then the effects are also useful, but you don't really need them, I guess. So this left thing, this shows your biggest hit, and it matches up with the dark red. So I guess in this case I got like a 70k death field. And then the light red is DPS, so throughout it's like starts off slow because you dot up and then starts spreading and get cleave whatever, and peaks at around like 13k I guess, and then averages out to, well, about like 10.5. So this was from a war zone that I played today. Oh yeah, so you can click damage. It'll by default it'll have like this, but this is kind of lame. So just go ability, click off target type, and then it'll show you in order of like what your main damage source was, like all the stats for it, I guess. Oh yeah, and it's not going to show up in the video, I'm pretty sure, but when you like move your mouse over it, it'll like, so now I'm over lacerate, it says largest hit, so 6.2k, and that's like the individual hit, and then it says per activation, so per GCD used on the move, 9.1k. Then we go down, Creeping Terror, biggest hit 4.9 per activation, 61,500, and then Discharge 5,000, and then 93,000 per activation, and that's just because you're spreading, so you only need to use, well, in theory you should only need to use one GCD on it, but in reality you might get stunned when like it runs out on everyone or something, and that's fine, so you just have to reapply it. Yeah, it also shows you like how many targets you're hitting on average, so 75 to 238, that's, what is that? That's like, so I don't know, it's over 3 at least, so over 3 targets per lacerate, which is nice. Go down. And one example of how this works for GCD optimization, for example, maybe you spam lacerate when you should like Leeching Strike or Assassinate. In this case, my per activation on lacerate is 9k, my per activation on Assassinate is 12, and Leeching Strike is 10. So I should be using Leeching Strike and Assassinate on cooldown, even if I'm getting like 3 target cleave with lacerate. Unless I have to spread, then obviously spreading is always prioritized. Also shows you your damage taken. Yeah, I guess I got sat by Avenge Jug. And then for even more, oh yeah, also it segments it by death, so I died once this game, so yeah, that's what these are, but overall it will like average out both of them, including the downtime from the death, so that's nice. One thing though, StarParse does not account for protection, I don't think. It's because I know that like this game was not 10k DPS, it was really close, it was like 9.5. It was, I guess, killed by protection, so that's cool. Yeah, and then another thing you can do, which is really useful, is you can right click and then go upload selected combat. Don't go upload whole combat log, or it'll upload like every warzone you played while you had StarParse on, which is going to be awful. just go upload selected, and then it'll say like uploading, and then it'll give you a link up here. You can just click it and then open it up and save it in like a Google Doc or something, and then I'll move over there now and show you what is up with that and why it's really nice. Here we are in Parsley, so the viewer for StarParse. This is the same game that I showed before. Shows pretty much the same stuff, so like your DPS, how much you did in this segment because I died, and it segments it based on that. Another thing is it also segmented off a section of a lot of downtime into an entirely new thing. So that's what this is. So here DPS was like 9k, so that kind of explains why. And it was for like almost 6 minutes too, so that I'll put up the actual screen of the war zone, and then you can compare that number, which I think is like 9361, with the like DPS here, it loads here, and here, whatever. So coolest tool is have damage done, and what this does is it shows you your DPS as time progresses. So the number in the top left of this thing is like how many seconds into it you are. So it shows, like, for example here, I'm dotting people up, builds up, and then I spread, and then I death field, and then like DPS gets nice, I'm just cleaving. Peaks at around like 12.6k-ish, I guess. And then the red here is your biggest hit, and it just shows biggest hit like during each second. So I guess here was like a 67k death field. That's not bad. All these spikes are death fields, I guess. Some lacerate stuff like that. Then it has like a nice pretty pie chart for like what did your damage, I guess. Most of the time with Hatred, your top 5 will always be, and usually it'll be like Creeping Terror, then like Lacerate will be 3rd, but I guess in this case I'd probably like raw lacerated a few times by accident, so it was Lacerate, then Creeping Terror, Discharge, Death Field, Eradicate's Dot, and then I guess next would be like Assassinate, and then Leeching Strike probably. Oh no. Oh, yeah, okay, cool. And then you can go down and it'll just show you like all your stuff. It sorts kind of weird though here, so yeah, just know that you'd be better off sorting by like the percent of the damage done. So in this case, like Lacerate, I hit 238 targets with it, well, like 238 hits. Probably doesn't show many activations though, but you can find that information. And then there's Discharge. I think it sorts by your biggest hit as well. Oh no, it doesn't. Wait. Yeah, it doesn't. Anyway, that's that. Damage received, there's a chart for that too. Yeah, oh, I got hit for 41.5k. That is rough. You're healing, whatever. Healing received, threat generation. If you're a tank, this is even useful. And it's just related to your damage and stuff. But yeah, rotation. This is a really, really nice thing. So the rotation is super useful. In this case, Creeping Terror, Discharge, Overcharge. By the way, I would have precasted Recklessness, but it's not going to show up because it was before I entered combat and the parse didn't start at that time. So yeah. So like dot up, overcharge, lacerate to spread, eradicate because it's procced. I guess I didn't have anyone else to spread to. Leeching strike because I guess there's still no more to cleave. Force speed, I was probably getting a lot of damage because well, I'd jump in first and stuff, and then I guess I spread again, and then I death field, assassinate, pretty like normal rotation. Here's like that AoE lacerate spam rotation. So 5, 6, oh my god. Yeah, 5 lacerates in a row. Beautiful. Yeah, and then ability usage, so that's nice. It just sorts by all your stuff. It just shows you like its uptime, I guess. Effects, yeah, that's whatever. Replay, this thing isn't so useful. It just, well, actually it is. It goes through your rotation and shows you like what happens with your DPS and stuff as time progresses. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. Wow, DPS here is pretty bad for a while. What is this? Okay, that's better. Yeah, and that's that, I guess. We can go to another Warzone too for another example. So this one I died a lot. Oh wow, fuck, this one was good though. This one was a good game. 13.5k DPS for like, what, 2 minutes? It's not bad. Damage done, shows our DPS peak, almost 15k or so, not bad. Yeah, here, oh, again, same thing, lacerate, then what, creeping terror, oh, discharge, then creeping terror, death field, eradicates dot, probably lightning charge. Okay, whatever, cool. Just shows all your stuff. Rotation, nice. Looks good, looks good. Here's that beautiful cleave stuff again. Then we can go to another section of it, the other segment, even better, like 20k DPS for almost a minute. Wow, I guess I died fast. 74k death field hit, like 22k DPS peak, not bad. And I'll put up the screen for this game as well. This game, I think got killed by just a ton of downtime. Also, its DPS was kind of whatever. This one's good, but it's only 8 seconds. I guess I died really fast. 8.4, and then just 1 because I'm guessing this was just the game ending. Yeah, so that's that, I guess. Wow. Yeah, my damage taken per second was kind of crazy. But yeah, that's Parsley, and that's how to use StarParse in PvP, like for a PvP purpose, instead of just raiding with it or parsing like on a dummy or whatever. It's pretty useful, and yeah, peace.